Laddies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. How many of you are done with feeling stuck, done with living the same day over and over again, wishing for more but never actually breaking through? Well, today is the day you take control, because I promise you this, if you reprogram your mind, you can redefine your reality. And if you can redefine your reality, you can create the life you were meant to live. Let's dive into the 6 key steps to completely rewiring your mind and transforming your destiny. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have, but the problem is that most people are running an outdated program. They wake up feeling tired. They repeat the same negative thoughts, and they let external circumstances dictate their emotions. They live in reaction mode instead of taking control. But here's the truth. Your state, the way you feel at any given moment, is something you have the power to change instantly. If you master your state, you master your mind, and when you master your mind, you take control of your entire life. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how different life looks when you're feeling confident, energized, and unstoppable? The problems that seem massive suddenly feel like challenges you can crush. The fears that held you back disappear, and you take action without hesitation. That shift doesn't happen by accident. It happens because your state determines how you think, how you act, and ultimately the results you create. Most people don't realize that their state is something they can control. They assume it just happens based on what's going on around them, but that's a lie. The truth is your state is driven by 3 things: your physiology, your focus, and your language. First, let's talk about physiology. Your body and your mind are completely linked, which means that how you move, how you breathe, and how you use your body has a direct impact on how you feel. Try this right now. Stand up tall, put your shoulders back, take a deep breath in, and exhale with power. Now smile. I mean, really smile as if you just got the best news of your life. Hold that for a few seconds. What do you notice? You feel different, don't you? More alive, more powerful. That's because emotion is created by motion. If you want to feel strong, confident, and unstoppable, you need to use your body in a way that reflects those emotions. If you slouch, breathe shallow, and speak softly, your brain gets the signal that you're uncertain, weak, or fearful. But when you stand up tall, breathe deeply, and move with energy, your brain gets the message that you're in charge, that you're powerful, that you're ready to attack the day. This is why top athletes and performers use power poses, why they warm up before stepping onto the stage or field. It's because they know that their body controls their emotions. If you want to master your state, start by mastering your body. The second force that controls your state is focus. Whatever you focus on, you feel. If you focus on problems, what's missing, what's wrong, your brain will magnify those things, and suddenly your energy drops. You feel stuck, defeated, hopeless. But the moment you shift your focus to possibilities, solutions, and what's great in your life, everything changes. Your brain is like a supercomputer. It will find whatever you tell it to look for. If you keep asking, why am I stuck? Why can't I succeed? Your brain will give you all the reasons you're not enough. But if you ask, how can I break through? What's the next step? Your brain will start finding solutions. The third force that determines your state is language. The words you say to yourself shape your emotions. If you keep telling yourself, I'm exhausted, I'm overwhelmed, I can't do this, your brain believes it and makes it real. But if you say, I've got this, I am unstoppable, I will find a way, your energy shifts instantly. Champions, leaders, and high achievers don't speak weakness into existence. They program their mind with powerful language. If you want to reprogram your mind and take control of your life, you must first take control of your state. Move your body with power, focus on what's possible, and speak to yourself like a winner. When you master your state, you show up differently. You make better decisions, take massive action, and create unstoppable momentum. And that's how you change your life. Most people don't realize it, but the only thing standing between them and the life they want is the set of beliefs they carry. These beliefs operate in the background, shaping every decision, every action, and ultimately every result. The problem is that most of these beliefs are limiting, meaning they create invisible barriers that stop people from achieving their full potential. The good news? These beliefs are not permanent. They are nothing more than thoughts you have repeated so many times that they have become your truth. And if you can change your beliefs, you can change your entire reality. Think about it. Where do these limiting beliefs come from? They weren't there when you were born. You didn't come into this world thinking, I'm not smart enough, I'm not lucky, I'm not capable. No, those beliefs were learned. Maybe you heard them from your parents, your teachers, or society. Maybe you failed once, and instead of seeing it as feedback, you made it mean that you weren't good enough. Over time, those thoughts turned into a belief system that now controls you. But here's the truth. Just because you believe something doesn't make it real. A belief is just a filter, a lens through which you see the world. And if the lens is dirty, if it's filled with fear and doubt, it will distort your reality and make everything seem harder than it really is. Now let's destroy those limiting beliefs once and for all. The first step is awareness. You have to identify the beliefs that are holding you back. What are the things you keep telling yourself that stop you from taking action? Maybe you believe you're too old to start over, that success is only for other people, or that you don't have what it takes. Write those beliefs down. Don't just think about them. Put them on paper, because the moment you bring them into the light, you take away their power. The second step is to challenge those beliefs. Just because you've been telling yourself something for years doesn't mean it's true. Ask yourself, where did this belief come from? Who told me this? Is it an absolute fact, or is it just a story I've accepted as truth? More often than not, you'll realize that these beliefs are based on assumptions, not reality. And if they're not based on reality, why are you still holding on to them? Next, it's time to replace those limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Your brain is like a computer, and beliefs are the programs it runs on. If you're running outdated negative programs, your results will reflect that. But when you install new empowering beliefs, everything changes. Instead of saying, I'm not good enough, start saying, I am more than enough. Instead of, success is impossible for me, say, success is inevitable when I commit fully. Instead of, I always fail, say, every failure is a stepping stone to my ultimate success. The key is repetition. Just like you conditioned yourself to believe the old limiting story, you need to condition yourself to believe the new empowering one. Say it, write it, feel it, live it. But changing your beliefs isn't just about words, it's about action. You have to prove to yourself that your new beliefs are real. That means stepping outside your comfort zone and doing the things that scare you. If you believe you're not confident, start acting like a confident person. If you believe you're not capable, take on challenges that stretch you. Every time you take action in alignment with your new belief, you reinforce it. And soon, that belief becomes your new reality. When you destroy your limiting beliefs, you remove the biggest obstacle in your path. What once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. You realize that the only thing stopping you was the story you kept telling yourself. Change the story, and you change your life forever. Success isn't something you chase, it's something you attract by becoming the kind of person who naturally creates it. Most people focus on what they want: more money, better relationships, a healthier body. But they never ask the most important question: who do I need to become to deserve that success? Because the truth is, your external world is nothing more than a reflection of your internal identity. If you want to upgrade your life, you must first upgrade your identity. Your identity is the set of beliefs you hold about who you are and what you're capable of. It's the inner thermostat that controls every decision you make. If your identity says, I'm always broke, then no matter how much money you make, you'll find a way to lose it. If your identity says, I'm not a disciplined person, then no matter how many times you try to build good habits, you'll always sabotage yourself. Your life will never exceed the limits of your identity. So how do you change it? First, you must recognize that your identity is not fixed. You weren't born with it. It was programmed into you by your past experiences, your environment, and the stories you've been telling yourself. And if it was programmed, it can be reprogrammed. The key is to stop seeing yourself as the person you've been and start seeing yourself as the person you want to become. One of the fastest ways to upgrade your identity is to get crystal clear on the version of yourself that deserves the life you desire. If you want to be wealthy, what kind of person do you need to be? Someone who is disciplined with money, who seeks opportunities instead of excuses, who thinks strategically instead of emotionally. If you want to be confident, how does a confident person move, talk, and make decisions? If you want to be a leader, how does a leader show up every day? Once you have a clear vision, start acting as if you already are that person. Most people wait until they have success to start thinking and acting like a successful person, but that's backward. You have to embody the identity first, and then the results will follow. If you want to be fit, start showing up as a fit person today. If you want to be a millionaire, start thinking and behaving like a millionaire today. The fastest way to become the best version of yourself is to step into that identity now, not later. But upgrading your identity isn't just about mindset. It's about proving it to yourself through action. Every time you take action in alignment with your new identity, you reinforce it. Let's say you want to be someone who is disciplined. The moment you wake up early and go to the gym, you're proving to yourself, I am disciplined. The moment you stick to your commitments, you reinforce the belief, I follow through. With every action, you strengthen the neural pathways in your brain that confirm your new identity. This is why small wins matter. Every time you do something that aligns with your upgraded identity, you're casting a vote for the person you're becoming, and the more votes you cast, the stronger that identity becomes. Over time, it stops being something you're trying to be and starts being who you are. Another powerful way to upgrade your identity is to change your environment. Your surroundings shape your behavior. If you hang around negative, small-minded people, their beliefs will rub off on you. But if you surround yourself with people who think bigger, who challenge themselves, who are already living at the level you want to reach, your identity will naturally rise to match theirs. At the end of the day, your identity determines your destiny. If you see yourself as someone who struggles, you'll continue to struggle. But if you see yourself as someone who is capable, disciplined, and destined for greatness, your actions will align with that vision and success will become inevitable. Upgrade your identity and you'll upgrade your life. Most people are trapped in a version of reality that is far smaller than what they are truly capable of. They live inside mental cages built from limitations, fears, and self-doubt. They don't realize that the life they experience is simply a reflection of the way they think. The problem isn't the economy, their background, or their circumstances. It's the size of their vision. They are playing small, settling for mediocrity when they have the power to create something extraordinary. The moment you decide to think bigger, act bolder, and operate on a completely different level, you transcend your current reality and open the door to unlimited possibilities. Everything great that has ever been accomplished in history started with someone who refused to accept the limits of their current reality. The people who have changed the world, visionaries, leaders, entrepreneurs, aren't necessarily smarter than you. They simply made the decision to think beyond what seemed possible. They chose to break free from the normal way of thinking and dared to imagine something greater. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary isn't talent or luck, it's the size of your vision and your willingness to pursue it relentlessly. Right now, take a look at your goals. Are they truly big enough? Or are they safe, comfortable, predictable? The truth is, most people set goals that are too small because they are afraid of failure. They think, I just want to make enough to be comfortable, or I just want to get in decent shape. But here's the problem. When you set small goals, you take small actions, and small actions lead to small results. But when you think 10x bigger, your entire psychology shifts. You start to see opportunities that were invisible before. You start to operate with urgency, energy, and confidence because you know you are working towards something massive. Transcending reality means realizing that your current circumstances do not define what is possible for you. Just because you have struggled in the past does not mean you will struggle in the future. Just because no one in your family has achieved greatness does not mean you can't be the first. Your past does not dictate your potential, your vision does. When you stop looking at life based on what is and start focusing on what could be, you break free from the limitations that have been holding you back. One of the most powerful ways to think bigger is to ask yourself, what would my life look like if I removed all limitations? Imagine there were no obstacles, no restrictions. What would you truly go after? What impact would you create? What kind of lifestyle would you design? If your answer is far beyond what you are currently pursuing, that means you have been thinking too small. The next step is to act as if your bigger vision is already a reality. Too many people wait until they feel ready before they start thinking and acting bigger. But the truth is, the only way to feel ready is to start before you feel ready. The moment you start making decisions from a place of power instead of fear, you begin to shift into a new reality. Start speaking like someone who has already succeeded. Start surrounding yourself with people who operate at the level you want to reach. Start taking risks that force you to grow. When you start thinking bigger and acting bigger, your external reality has no choice but to catch up. Thinking 10x bigger also forces you to develop new skills, new habits, and a new mindset. You cannot achieve a massive vision with the same level of thinking that created your current situation. When you raise your vision, you raise your standards. You start demanding more from yourself, pushing past your comfort zone, and refusing to settle for anything less than greatness. At the end of the day, transcending reality is about refusing to accept average. It's about making a conscious decision to step into a new level of thinking, a new level of action, and a new level of belief. Your future is not limited by your present circumstances. It is shaped by the size of your vision and the intensity of your execution. Dream bigger, think bolder, act faster. That's how you transcend reality and create a life beyond anything you thought possible. You can have the biggest dreams in the world, the most powerful mindset, and the perfect plan, but without action, nothing happens. Success is not about what you know, it's about what you do. Most people get stuck in the cycle of overthinking, waiting for the perfect moment or doubting themselves before they even start. They read books, attend seminars, and gather endless information, but they never execute at the level necessary to create real change. The truth is, the only thing that separates the people who succeed from the people who struggle is their ability to take massive, relentless action. Look at anyone who's achieved greatness in any area of life, business, sports, relationships, health. What do they all have in common? They move fast, they execute, and they don't stop until they get results. They don't wait for the perfect conditions because they know the perfect moment will never come. They take action despite fear, despite uncertainty, and despite obstacles. They have an unstoppable mindset that says, I will figure it out as I go, but I will not stand still. Most people fail to reach their potential because they let doubt and hesitation creep in. They say, what if I fail? What if I'm not ready? What if it doesn't work? But the real question they should be asking is, what if I succeed? What if this is the breakthrough I've been waiting for? What if taking action changes everything? Because the moment you shift your focus from fear to possibility, your energy changes. You stop procrastinating, you stop waiting, and you start creating momentum. Momentum is everything. Success is not about making one perfect move. It's about making consistent, aggressive moves every single day. It's about waking up and asking yourself, what can I do today to get closer to my goal? And then doing it without hesitation. When you take massive action, you train your brain to believe in yourself. You prove to yourself that you are someone who follows through. And the more you take action, the easier it becomes, because confidence is built through execution, not theory. The key to relentless action is eliminating excuses. People say, I don't have enough time. No, you're just not making it a priority. People say, I don't have the right resources. No, you're just not being resourceful enough. Every successful person started somewhere with limited time, money, or knowledge. The difference is they didn't let those limitations stop them. They took action anyway. They found a way. They made it work. If you are waiting for the perfect moment, you will be waiting forever. The only way to get results is to start before you're ready and figure it out along the way. Taking massive action also means being relentless in the face of obstacles. Most people give up too soon. They take a few steps, hit resistance, and then stop. But the most successful people in the world expect challenges. They know setbacks are part of the process, and they refuse to let them define their future. When something doesn't work, they adjust, they pivot, they try again. They don't see failure as the end, they see it as feedback. And with every failure, they get smarter, stronger, and better. If you want to take your life to the next level, you need to start thinking like a warrior. A warrior doesn't wait for motivation. A warrior doesn't make excuses. A warrior doesn't back down when things get hard. A warrior attacks their goals with discipline, focus, and intensity. This is the mindset you need to adopt if you want to achieve greatness. At the end of the day, execution is everything. The people who succeed are not the people with the best ideas. They're the people who take the most action. They move fast, they learn on the go, and they never stop. So ask yourself, what's one action I can take today to move toward my goals? Then do it. And once you do, take another action and another. Because when you take massive, relentless action every single day, success becomes inevitable. Success isn't something that happens by accident. It's something you create through consistent habits and routines. Your mind is like a powerful machine, and what you feed it daily determines the quality of your life. Most people struggle not because they lack potential, but because they haven't conditioned their minds for success. They operate on autopilot, reacting to life instead of training their minds to create the results they want. The truth is, success is not about luck, talent, or intelligence. It's about the small, daily habits that shape your decisions, your mindset, and ultimately, your destiny. Your brain is designed to follow patterns. Every thought, every action, and every belief you repeat becomes a habit, and those habits dictate your future. If you constantly think small, hesitate, and procrastinate, your brain reinforces those behaviors, making them your default state. But when you train your mind with powerful habits, discipline, confidence, focus, and resilience, you reprogram yourself for success at the highest level. The first step to conditioning your mind is mastering your morning routine. The way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. If you wake up late, scroll through your phone, and rush into your day, you are already in reaction mode. But if you take control of your mornings through meditation, visualization, movement, and goal setting, you tell your brain, I am in charge. High performers don't leave their mindset to chance. They take time every morning to prime their minds for success before they step into the world. One of the most powerful habits you can build is feeding your mind with empowering beliefs. The way you speak to yourself matters. If you constantly say, I'm not good enough, or "I always fail," your brain will find ways to make those statements true. But if you tell yourself, "I am unstoppable, I create opportunities, and I always figure things out," you shift your internal programming. The words you use create the emotions you feel, and your emotions drive your actions. Train yourself to speak in a way that builds confidence and certainty, not doubt and fear. Another essential habit is controlling your focus. Most people waste their mental energy on things they can't control, other people's opinions, the economy, or past mistakes. But successful people train their minds to focus on solutions, opportunities, and the next action they can take. Your focus determines your emotional state, and your emotional state drives your behavior. When you direct your attention toward growth, possibilities, and action, you create momentum and confidence. Condition your mind for success also means developing unshakable discipline. Motivation is temporary, comes and goes, but discipline is what separates the top 1% from everyone else. Discipline means doing what you said you would do even when you don't feel like it. It means sticking to your commitments, following through on your goals, and pushing yourself past resistance. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your self-trust and build the identity of someone who always follows through. Your environment also plays a massive role in conditioning your mind. If you surround yourself with negative, lazy, or small-minded people, their energy will influence you. But when you put yourself in an environment that pushes you, whether it's through books, mentors, or high-achieving peers, you elevate your thinking and expectations. Success leaves clues. The fastest way to reprogram your mind is to study and learn from those who are already at the level you want to reach. Finally, you must train your mind to embrace challenges. Most people avoid discomfort, but successful people rewire their thinking to see obstacles as fuel for growth. When you step into challenges instead of running from them, you develop mental toughness and resilience. Every time you face a setback and push through, you recondition your brain to associate struggle with strength, not weakness. Success is not built in a day, it's built every single day through the habits you commit to. If you want to create the life you dream of, start by conditioning your mind with powerful routines, empowering beliefs, and relentless discipline. Because once your mind is programmed for success, everything else falls into place.